So you can spread out, come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. And take your time settling into the floor if there's little adjustments or wiggling around or anything that you could do to help you land. Do those things. You're welcome to close your eyes or just take a soft gaze. Begin to slow down and deepen your breath, taking the time to inhale until you're all the way full. And exhale until you're empty. And just as if we were beginning a meditation practice, we could start with an intention to be present. Just like beginning a meditation, we might also include a realistic expectation that probably for all of us, our minds are going to wander. So you don't need to feel surprised or disappointed by that. You can expect it and be ready to lovingly redirect yourself back into your body, into what's happening right here, right now. And the breath is a great place to do that. It's always now. It's simple. We're all doing it. And if you have the capacity to be curious, you might look for or notice or create a feeling of spaciousness with each inhale. Is there anything to open, lengthen, expand? And with each exhale, looking for creating a feeling of grounding, of surrender, of ease. Letting go of whatever's not needed here now. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. And let's go ahead and stretch arms overhead, reaching out through your arms and legs, fingers and toes. Interlace your fingers. Press out through your palms. Flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release and bring your right knee to your chest. Grab hold of it, hug it in close. Straighten right leg up towards the ceiling. And then flex and point your foot. And we're each exploring our own limits. You don't need to have more flexibility than you have or mobility you don't have. You're just exploring what you have. Circle your ankle, the biggest circle you can possibly make, but letting it be what it is. Both directions. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the right, and then straighten partway or all the way out to the side. Grounding down through the back of the left leg. Bend your knee in and then guide it across. Spinal twist. You can open out through your right arm. And you might enjoy stillness in these poses. You might enjoy moving around a little or touching your own body. Finding ways to be curious and interested in what you're doing. Staying in this twist, let's try straightening right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal, fingers and toes. Reach away from one another, like a big yawning reach. Roll back onto your back, bring both knees in. Take a circle or rock, massaging the lower back, its sacrum into the floor. Feel what's touching the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long, squeeze left knee in close. Straighten left leg up. Flex and point. Circle. Try not to skip over the creaky places or awkward places. If anything, slow them down. Get curious. Bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the left, and then straighten partway or all the way. Right up to your limits, not beyond. Just the right amount of effort to be in this shape. And then continuing to relax. Can I be here and find ease? Bend your knee. Guide it across, spinal twist. First with a bent knee. Then try straightening, left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. If you've ever watched your cat or dog stretch, they can teach us a lot about full expression, going right to those limits. And release. Roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, a little circle or rock, evening out your torso. And then drop your feet to the floor. Let's get set up for some core work. Draw the belly in, engaging abdominals, pressing down. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift, head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take 2 more like this. Last one. Release down. Send your right leg up. Exhale, head up towards your leg. Inhale, head down. Up and down. Continue on your breath pace. Try not to use too much momentum or the strength of your arms. Really let it be the abdominals leading the movement. Last one on this side. Switch, left leg high. Exhale, head up. Inhale down. Keep going, your pace. One more. Switch again, right leg high. This time, take your left arm across. Each time you exhale, reach a little further across. Last one. Let's release. Switch. Right arm across. One more. Release. Let's bring both legs up. Outwardly rotate the legs. Bring one leg in front of the other. And then switch. And switch back and forth quickly as you slowly lower your legs towards the floor. Keep the abdominals strong, lower back down. When it gets difficult to keep the lower back on the floor, you can head back up. Slow lower and lifts, quick little switches, keeping the legs really active, strong, straight, engaged. But can you soften your face? One more, lower and lift. Release, bring your knees in. Make your way up to sitting. Let's come on to hands and knees, tabletop. If you'd like to pad your knees, you might grab a blanket or cushion. Set your hands right under your shoulders, fingers spread, knees under hips. We'll take a few rolls through the spine, starting by lifting head and tailbone, opening the front side, arching, and then round, draw the belly in. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now, inhale, arch. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back and dip part way or all the way to the floor. Press up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down. If going all the way down doesn't work, do 1 or 2 inches, keeping the alignment. Press up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down, elbows bend straight back, hugging the torso. Press up, round. Arch. One more time, dip down. Press up, round, and sink back to child's pose. Releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Letting go. And just a reminder that you can rest anytime. You can simplify what you're doing in order to recenter. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip. Stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center. Let's lift up through table and into down dog. Take your time getting into this first down dog of class. You might move around a little. You could pedal out your feet. You could shift your hips side to side. How do you stay interested in something you've done so many times before? Can you continue to open up to newness, subtlety? Last breath here. Let's walk hands and feet towards one another. Hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Bending your knees a little or a lot. Let's bend the knees a little more. Slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. And into mountain pose, Tadasana. So setting it up in your way. Start from the bottom, feet together or apart. Arches lifted. You might lift the toes to help engage the arches. Strong core, shoulders back and down. We'll bring hands together at the heart. And if you like, you might call to mind an intention for your practice. Could be a word or phrase or quality that you'd like to bring in, orient towards. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Fold forward, swan dive down. Lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down, chaturanga. Come into your back bend, and you might take a couple extra breaths here. Cobra or up dog, low or high, gentle, deep, you choose. Back to down dog when you're ready, moving in your way. 5 deep breaths, good resting pose. So that could be down dog, could be child's pose, could be any neutral shape. More important than the shape, come back to your breath. Come back to really feeling right here, right now. Last breath here. Coming back through down dog. Step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Fold forward, swan dive down. Lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. This time from down dog. When you are ready, take your right leg up. Bend your knee in. Start circling this bent right knee in the biggest circle you can make. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a bit higher, and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Doesn't need to get anywhere, we're just going towards. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Take your time, might want to adjust your footing. When you're ready, arms sweep high, hips sink low. Inhales, expand, keep expanding. Exhales, ground, release, let go. One more breath here. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square and with the upper body letting go like ragdoll. Can you let your head hang? Feel the spine releasing. Stretching that back leg straighter, longer, higher, going for it. And accessing ease here. Big step back. Warrior one, drop the back heel. Inhale, arms up. Sink low. So all the doing that's required. And then can there be a similar surrender to child's pose with the doing, with the sensation? Last breath here. Release, make your way to down dog. Do it your way. You might come through a vinyasa. You might just step back. You can move in any way. Transitions are here for you to integrate what you've just done. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in. Start circling this bent left knee. Biggest circle you can make, especially the tight places. If it would work better to do this from hands and knees, of course do that, or on your forearms, of course do that. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a bit higher. Bring the left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Reach it up and back. Right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Take all the time you need. We don't need to rush. 100% effort, 100% surrender. How do we do both of those at once? One more breath here. Tip forward, standing splits. You can bend that supporting leg as much as you need to. You might grab blocks for your hands. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. And occasionally in our practice, we might plateau. Things may feel stale, kind of lose their vibrancy. So can you take that as a red flag? I'm ready to go deep. I'm ready to go more subtle than was previously available. Maybe what I'm looking for or feeling is beyond words at this point. Release, make your way to a good resting pose. So any movement transition. Any neutral shape. One isn't better than another. Let the shape be in service of the quality. We're returning to presence, ease. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. Step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take just the right arm up as we inhale. Come over to a side bend. Strong legs, strong core, full expression all the way to the end points. And reach a little further out, come up, release down. Same thing, other side. Reach a little further out to come up. Release down. Interlace your fingers. Press out through your palms. Take your arms up by your ears. Shoulders drop. Arms reach straight. Rise up onto your toes for a little balance. So that could be just a slight lift of the heels, barely off the floor. Could be all the way up, anywhere in between. So the challenge isn't, can you not fall? The challenge is, can you be at ease in the falling? Can your face be relaxed, breath steady? We're attempting to balance. Attempting to balance will inevitably include wobbling and falling. Can you greet it with equanimity? Joy even, why not? Let's start to fold. Welcoming the wobbling. You can bring your hands to your legs wherever they meet. Might be the upper legs. You might slide lower. Make sure you're not locking your knees. Little or big bend is welcome, and only go so deep as it works for your body in this precarious position. Can you relax your jaw? Can your breath be deep? Here. Release, drop your hands, drop your heels, drop your head. Maybe a little jiggle or shake out. Let that go. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Hips go back and down like you're sitting into a chair. Head lifts high. Shoulders keep going low. Fingers keep going high. Feel everything going up and down at once. Last breath. Release, fold forward. Lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. From here, open out warrior two. Shift hips and arms to the side and then take your time finding your alignment. Enliven it. Flip the right palm, reverse warrior two. Right arm high, left arm back. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Reach out to come down. You can bring your hand to your shin, your ankle, a block or the floor. Pull up through that top arm. Lightness, length. One more breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. Do it your way. Just taking one thing at a time. That's all there is. Just right here, right now, feeling this breath, this moment. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up, feeling it all. Big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Open out, warrior two. Flip the left palm, reverse warrior. Left arm high, right arm back. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Full expression. Last breath here. Release. Make your way back to a good rest. Let's come back through down dog. Send the right leg up, one breath. Big step forward. Let's take a low lunge. You can drop the back knee. If you want to pat it, you might roll up the side of your mat or put a blanket or cushion under there. Feel free to adjust the distance between your legs so that when you sink your hips forward, you're getting a nice opening on the front of the left hip and things aren't too tight in the front leg. Let's take a twist. Left hand can stay on the floor or a block, right arm up, or left elbow to the outside of the knee. In either case, if you would prefer to do a high lunge, you could extend that back leg straight. Feel what you are doing, exploring inside the pose. What do you notice? Last breath here. Release. Hands to the floor, or better yet, to a couple blocks. Take the hips back, inch the front foot forward, flex the toes back, hamstring stretch. So we'll start with hips above the back knee, hands right under shoulders as high as you need them. We'll go towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding. If you want to go towards splits, you're welcome to. And we're each exploring our own edges. There's no way this should look or should feel except how it does for you. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. Let's bring both hands to the inside. You can bring your blocks with you. Turn out through the right foot and then shift your weight forward, finding lizard pose. So it could be on the hands or elbows, blocks or the floor. And there's so many ways to vary this or explore this. You might shift your weight more to the right or left. You could tuck the back toes to scoot your hips forward or backward. You could add a quad stretch to this. Bending the back leg and reaching for it with same or opposite hand. I like opposite, some folks like same. If you were holding the back foot, you can let it go. Let's come back up to plank. Any movement transition. Making your way to down dog. From down dog, left leg sweeps up, step it forward, low lunge. Take the time you need. Support for the back knee, adjusting the angle of the front leg, hips low. Come into your twist, something similar to what you did on the first side. So could be arms extended, right hand down, left hand up, or prayer twist, or something else. Sometimes a lot of emphasis is put on you doing what I'm doing. I have the information, your job is to replicate it. I'm less interested in that. Those are great first steps, but I'm more interested in you having a really mindful, embodied exploration. And who am I to know what that looks like? Your body's really different than mine. Let's release. Hands back to the floor, better yet blocks. Take the hips back, inch the front foot forward. Flex toes back. So as you go in a series of directions, meeting your limits right where they are, how is that for you? We can be like detectives for subtle or overt resistance to what is. If you did slide forward, slide back. Both hands to the inside, lizard pose. So one experience is trying to figure out the right thing, like it's outside or I know it and you don't, you're trying to figure it out. Again, maybe very useful in the beginning, training wheels. Another experience is I have a unique body. It moves in a multitude of ways, some of which I'm already familiar with, and many of which are still unknown to me. And I'm excited and curious to be in the exploration of how to care for this beautiful body as it grows and changes. And there is no right, there is no certainty in that. Let's release. Make your way back to down dog. Let your transition be a way to integrate, to even out. Again, no right way. Don't be limited by what's been done before, something someone taught you, whatever I'm doing. Do it your way. And then let's come all the way to sitting and back onto our backs. You can bring your knees in. Take a circle or rock. And then drop your feet to the floor. Set up for a couple back bends. We'll start with bridge, and then you can take it where you like from there. So feet hip width apart, parallel, right under your knees. Press your feet down. Lift your hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulders underneath you. Spreading upper back and lower back away from one another. When the pose feels complete for you, take your arms out of your way, roll down slow. Take a few moments just feeling the ease after the effort. So we are moving towards the end of this practice, and there's plenty of time. So this is a good time for you to practice asking, what do I need? What do I want? If you would like more back bends, come up again. So you could do bridge, half wheel, full wheel, any back bend you know or want to try. Stay as long or short as you like. Coming down when the pose feels complete. If you have lots of energy for back bends, keep doing that. No rush. If you're done with your back bends, what would feel good now? Maybe happy baby, maybe something else. If you'd like to do happy baby, you can grab the soles of the feet on the inside, press your knees towards the floor. And this can be done in stillness or with any movement. You can keep your legs bent, you can try straightening them. Again, if you're enjoying what you're doing, no rush. Hang out in it until it feels done. If you're done, you might practice just asking, what do I need? What do I want? Whether you're getting a clear answer to that question, or maybe especially if you're not getting a clear answer to that question, good to ask it. Maybe you want to take an inversion. Maybe you want to take a restorative pose. Maybe a twist. Might not be a yoga pose. Maybe it's something nobody's ever done before. You're making it up right now. No right or wrong to it. You just in exploration. When nothing else is needed, you can start getting yourself comfortable for your final resting pose, Shavasana. That might include adjusting your clothing, grabbing props, doing a little self-massage or some shaking or rocking or something that helps you settle. If you're not there yet, no rush. You take your time. As you are ready to let go and surrender, you might take a couple of extra deep exhales or a sigh. And then release the control of your breath. Let it return to something natural without any effort. Ideally for Shavasana, we're letting go of all the doings. You can let go of trying to be present. Let go of any effort. And start to deepen your breath. Maybe bring a little movement into your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Take a big stretch out. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. If you'd like, you might return to your intention, or perhaps there's a new one for this moment, moving into the rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks so much for being here today.